Hey guys, it is Jessi. Welcome back to my channel, and today I have my May wrap up for you guys. I do not want this to be super long, so I'm going to try to just kind of breeze right on through these books and just show you what I read, give you a little bit about them, and if you want more information or thoughts like my full reviews and all of that good stuff, I will leave links below to all of the ones that are currently available, and there are two that are not out yet, so if you guys want to know more about those two, go ahead and subscribe, click the bell icon, and be notified the second those videos get released. I will let you guys know exactly which ones, but again, I'm going to try to keep this from being a super long video, so I'm just going to dive right in. So the first book I actually got at Y'all West, and so I thought it would be, a great way to kind of start me off and read it first as well. So it was Echo Island by Edward Carlo. This is about a 15-year-old girl who's an environmentalist, goes to stay with her aunt on Echo Island for a few weeks and discovers there's this big scandal that is going to ruin the island, so she is out there to fight and protect it. And it's also got a fun little fantasy, magical kind of element to it as well, which was really interesting. I ended up giving this 4 stars. There is a full review, so if you guys are interested in that, it will be linked below, as well as to an Amazon link where you can purchase the book. So if you guys are interested in it, definitely check it out. Alright, the next one is also from Y'all West. It is No Good Deed by Goldie Mavosky. This was just released yesterday. I have a full review of this as well, so if you guys are interested, click below. And this is basically about this boy named Gregor who wants to save the world, particularly by saving the starving children. And he is going to a summer camp called Camp Save the World. He's excited. He thinks that, he's going to be around all these like-minded people and they're going to be doing good deeds and they're going to help, change the world. And it definitely does not turn out to be that at all. It's definitely ridiculous, over the top, so exaggerated, but so hilarious and so funny. I gave this 4 stars. It is really entertaining. And again, I hope you guys check this one out. The next one also came out yesterday. And I adore this book so much. It is When Dimple Met Rishi by Sandhya Menon. And it is so cute, you guys. I just love this book. It is about a character named Dimple who wants to be this really strong career woman, and she loves coding on the computer. So she convinces her parents to let her go to this camp in San Francisco, and the only reason they basically agree to it is because they have an agreement with Rishi's parents to have Rishi and Dimple in an arranged marriage, and Dimple has no idea this is happening while Rishi is totally in the know. So definitely interesting. I liked the take on the cultural kind of element there, and the fact that we have some diverse characters. It is so adorable. You guys are just gonna love it, and I hope, I hope you do, because I do, and then we can talk about it. But everybody seems to be really raving about it, and it is just super adorable. It's a really quick read, too, because you just dive right in and get lost in their world, so 5 stars for me. Next up is Everything by Nicola Yoon. This one is about a girl who has a disease where basically she's allergic to everything and hasn't left the house in 17 years. When a boy moves in next door, things start to change for her. She's having conversations with him across with IMs and texts and different stuff like that. She's learning more about herself and the outside world. She falls in love. And so there's definitely some ups and downs. There's a twist that I didn't see coming. And I just thought this was so cute. I loved the way that there was illustrations involved in this as well from her journal entries and stuff like that. So it was a really nice touch. But overall, I gave this 4 stars. There was a couple moments I wish would have been more elaborated on. But other than that, I thought this was so cute. There is a full review for this. There was one also for When Dimple Met Rishi. And so if you guys are interested, you know the drill, the links are below. But in the review for this one, I also talk about the movie adaptation of it and my thoughts for that, which I actually really enjoyed. So I would love to know what you guys thought on it too. This was a 4 star for me. Then moving on to Ugly Love by Colleen Hoover. I really loved this book. I felt so many different things. It is about this girl named Tate who moves in with her brother in his apartment, kind of while she's transitioning, and then across the hall, also his friend is this guy named Miles these two kind of hit it off and start this friends with benefits kind of thing. As we all know, it's not going to end well. One falls for the other. You know, it's definitely great why things are going really well, and then it's definitely not so good when things aren't working well. So there's definitely a roller coaster of emotions. It definitely pulls on a lot of heartstrings and makes you feel a lot, but that's what's so fantastic about this. I love the way it all came together. You know, I just think it was a little bit cliche of like a topic, but so well done. I gave this 5 stars just because I was completely addicted to it and ended up binging it in literally less than 2 days. Like, I stayed up really late one night till like 2 a.m. and made myself put it down and then finished it the next day, but it was so incredible. The next one is Where'd You Go Bernadette by Maria Semple. This was another one that's been on my list for quite a while. This is one, along with Ugly Love, that I do not have full reviews for quite yet, so be sure to subscribe and click the bell notifications. That way you guys get the first notification of when they're actually released. They're coming soon. This book is about a girl named B whose mother basically goes missing, and so they're out to find her. And I thought it was really interesting, the fact that B and her mom had this cool relationship, but B and her dad also had this cool relationship. I thought the humor in it was really great, and I think the coolest part overall was the way that they like included, so B has a small part of narrations, but also for a good majority of this book, it's like email correspondence or like letters or different notes and stuff that basically helps tell this story. So I thought that was just so cool. There's this grand little adventure as well and some nice little twists in there. Overall, it was really humorous. I really enjoyed it. Ended up giving this 4 stars. The last book I read during this month was Allie and B by Catherine Ryan Hyde. I gave this 4 stars. There is a full review on this as well below. And I think what I enjoyed most about this was the relationships that the characters all had and the fact that our characters were so strong during these moments of like adversity and hardship. So we follow B after, you know, she's already lost her husband and she ends up losing everything else to a telephone scam, so she packs her cat and a few belongings in her van, hits the road, goes to the coast. And this is where she kind of runs into Allie, and Allie has basically had her life flipped upside down unexpectedly, ends up in a group home, runs away, comes across B, and the unlikely pair develop this really cool relationship. So it was a lot of fun. Like I said, the characters show a lot of their own strength and really good integrity and just went on this fun little adventure, and you really feel like you get to know them. You definitely feel a few things, and I don't know, I really enjoyed this. It was my first Catherine Ryan Hyde book, and I definitely look forward to more. Again, I gave this 4 stars. There's a full review, and I hope you guys will give this one a chance too. All right, so the last 3 things that I read during the month of May was, and this is no surprise, I'm sure, Saga Volume 7. I've had this for about 2 months, didn't want to read it, didn't want to be caught up, but I finally caved because I wanted more of their world, and we continued to follow Alana and Marco and the family as they're basically on the run and also on the hunt for a few things. So the story gets a little darker and there's not as quite like as much humor. I like the fact that Hazel's getting more of a role in this as well, but overall the whole story and the way the series is just put together between the like text, the colors, the graphics, everything is so incredible, and I gave this 5 stars too. Then I have I Hate Fairyland Volume 2, which I thought was pretty good, not quite as good as Volume 1. I didn't think it was quite as humorous and the adventures weren't as much fun to kind of go on with Gertie, but I like the fact that we get a little bit of her future mixing with her present, and whether or not that's the way she ends up going, you know, who knows what Volume 3 will bring, but it was an interesting kind of learning curve in this one. So I still loved it, just not quite as much as the first one. Again, 4 stars on this. Kind of playing off of I Hate Fairyland for the free comic book day, we went to our local shop, and I was not expecting them to have it, but I was so thrilled that they did. It is I Hate Image, so basically we follow Gertie on this like adventure to basically kill off all the Image characters. Not all of them, but a good majority of ones, and my shelf is pretty much like 95-ish% like Image comics, so reading through this, watching her kill off some of the characters that I read about was really funny and entertaining, and I absolutely enjoyed this. And yeah, so I love that they had that. little issue for that. The last one is Snack Girl Volume 1, and I was hoping for a little bit more of this. This follows a character who is a fashion blogger, and she's also got really bad allergies. So basically it's kind of making fun and shining light on the blogging world and how what you see out there is so perfect and pristine and put together, and you know how it is with Bookstagram and stuff too. You want this perfect theme and feed. And yet, that is not at all what's happening in her real life. She's definitely more of a mess. And so, kind of an interesting and funny take on the whole blogging world. And I like they're kind of poking fun out of it. I just don't think it lived quite up to what I was hoping. I think it's an interesting concept. I love the artwork especially, which has a almost anime vibe to it, which is pretty cool. But again, just overall, it wasn't as wowed as I was hoping to be. I will continue on with Volume 2. Just to see if it gets a little better or a little stronger. I don't know if they're just setting up for more, but definitely gave it 3 stars, thought it was just okay. All right, you guys, so that is everything I read during the month of May. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it also wasn't super long. I would love to know your top favorite read for May. So for me, I had 2 5-star reads, Ugly Love and When Dimple Met Rishi, and I'm gonna have to say When Dimple Met Rishi was definitely my favorite book of the month. It's just so adorable and makes me giddy still thinking about it. I absolutely adore it. We'll definitely reread it again in the future and just really loved it. So I hope you guys will give that one a chance. And let me know below what your favorite read for the month. So comment below, let me know. I would love to hear. Otherwise, I will see you guys in the next video. I have a bunch of other reviews. TBR, book hauls, which wasn't as big this month, so I'm kind of surprised. But yeah, I have got a lot more coming your way, so definitely stay tuned. I appreciate you guys tuning in and watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.